Peach. So let's get into it. Peach McIntyre put 7 of her older kids in daycare, and people are in an uproar saying Peach always talking down on people using government assistance. Well, you guess what? Everybody calling CPS on her got that government assistance. So I feel like people are really in an uproar for the behavior that they actually caused themselves. Peach wouldn't be getting all this government assistance where they're paying over $1,000 damn near a week for these 7 children if it wasn't for people calling CPS constantly trying to get her kids taken away. And instead, it turned around, flipped around, and it ended up working out in her favor. So unfortunately, people getting upset about it is kind of lame. So I think that the fact that people are sitting here like, oh, Peach talk all that junk about people getting government assistance. Look at her now. Look at her now. Okay, and Peach is still doing classes and making lots of money, as she always says. So, y'all always going in talking about, oh, you Peach Patch people are delusional. I'm not a part of nobody's fan club. I'm a fan club of God. That's it. It ends and lands there. But I do support people who effectively come and rise above where they used to be. Now, the thing about it is, Peach a perfect person. We know that is not the case. Who is? But the reality of it is she's a good mother to her children. From what we see, no. Is she causing some type of mental issues with her children by, basically having them see her in this light? Especially with her husband with the cheating, finding condoms at the Walmart parking lot. You know, when the lady was like, oh, I hope it's all right. Hope it's all right. Like, that was crazy. Like, that lady found that condom and literally was just like, she didn't know what to say. She didn't know what to do. But what it come down to is maybe people need to take into account that CPS in the state of Florida is paying for these services due to the constant communication of people calling and spinning the narrative. Now, if people stay more on task of what some of the issues that may be with the parenting, then maybe there would have been some adequate like parenting classes and, for her to go sit here, her and Wood to go do some counseling as far as how they communicate in front of their children. But no, instead what people did was they called, they lied, and they were deceitful, and they set up here, put a narrative that was not fully true. So what happened? She got help, she got services, she got milk, Similac. She, even though she does breastfeed. So I think people being mad, you got to really ask yourself, who you mad at? Yourself? Because if Peach McIntyre is the issue, then why is it that her children weren't taken from her? It's not because they're not doing their job. And it's not because the state of Florida isn't doing their job. It's more so because people weren't telling the truth. And you guys say, go watch these videos. She's out of her mind. She's having a bipolar or schizophrenic episode. Okay, so I see there's a lot of internet doctors on here. Unfortunately, I know what it is to be with somebody who is bipolar and has schizophrenia. I've been there before with somebody, and those are not the signs, in my personal opinion, of somebody who's dealt with and experienced it in a relationship, in a home life setting. That, in the past. So I think that we really have to really think how we move on this internet. Everybody's reality from a little video you see, like half of these videos, you see a 30-minute video, you see a 40-minute video, you can even see a 2-hour live. That does not count for the other 20-something hours in a day. We have to really consciously think like, you know what? I may feel this way about this person. I may not like Peach. I may like Peach as a bad mother. But have you seen Peach beat her children? Have you seen Peach neglect her children and not feed them? Okay, I had people in my comments say, oh, well, Peach was taking the kids to school late before she even got on social media making all this money. Okay, how do you know that? You went back and looked at her CPS case? You put the energy into somebody that you know nothing about. Now, mind you, if this is her family or close friends or people calling CPS that are more involved in her personal life with her and her children, I could see that. I can see why they may see another side that we don't. But we have to be real about it. Peach McIntyre is making money. Peach McIntyre is getting a big bank. Hard Rock ain't getting it because she says she's not gambling right now. So she's saving all her money to get her land and buy this house for her and her children. I'm rooting for Peach. Peach McIntyre. I'm praying for Peach that for her to be successful and for her to reach the next goals in her life and not go back down the other way. And for Wood too, because she always talking about Wood cheating. Wood this, you know what it is. Wood, you need to get something going for yourself. You can love your children, Wood. And I do believe Wood is a great father. And honestly, a lot of people on social media agree that Wood is a good father. We know that Wood ain't shit when it comes to being a husband. You know, we've been watching that for years. So this cheating stuff and lying and Wood was fucking the assistant teacher. Come on, we know what it is. But the thing about it is, Wood needs to go as a man. You need to build something for yourself. I don't care how much money your wife make, how much money nobody make. When you're a man, you need to build something for yourself. You need to create a legacy for yourself. Having children is not a legacy. People think having a whole bunch of kids, I'm going to have a big legacy. That's some men's thoughts, is that having children is going to sit here and cause you. You know, having children is not going to sit here and change anything. It's not going to make your life better. You know, it can make your life better in certain ways, but you need to have something for yourself. It's too often that we don't know that we need to have something going for ourselves, especially as men. I don't care what demographic you come from. As a man, you need to have something going for yourself. You have to build something for you. You know, unfortunately, you know, Wood had stopped doing his business with his car wash and all that. And no, Peach may have not told him to quit, and he may have chosen to do that. But I feel like Wood is depressed. You know, Peach has said that in her videos before that, you know, Wood told her he hasn't felt like this before. And it seems like he's definitely going through a depression, in my personal opinion, you know, allegedly. But what it comes down to is, you know, this man just lost his brother, 2-3 weeks ago? Now he just lost his father, a week ago? Like, he's going through it. And as much as Peach may be like, kick that nigga while he down. like, don't get me wrong, y'all. That, I ain't gonna lie, it was funny because who hasn't been there? My cat crazy. Who hasn't been there where they dealt with somebody and they just was like, you know what? You know, we all have felt like that. I don't care who you are. We all have said you to somebody we've been with before. Because it's common, because you get annoyed. You get tired of going through things. You get tired of going through situations with people that you love. It's just like, get it together. And unfortunately, Wood is just not getting it together. Peach knows that, but Peach loves it. That's why she ain't going nowhere. And you know what? We can't tell her to go nowhere, because what Peach say she gonna do what she want to do. And at the end of the day, if ain't nobody willing to go take care of her 9 kids and help her out other than Wood, who the hell helping her? Because 9 kids, and one of my sisters had 9 kids, don't call me. You better hire somebody. You know, like 1 kid, I'll help you out. 9? Oh, go ahead, head on out. Walk out the door, clock out, because you're done. And to wrap up my thoughts, these are my thoughts. Peach, do what you do. Make that money. Do that class. I am personally not signing up for another Peach McINTYRE class. I have taken, what did I take, 1 or 2? Yeah. I took 2. So I took 2 of them. They have helped me. They have made my channel grow. They have got me monetized on other platforms, not on YouTube yet. But I'm working on it, you know. Come on, y'all. So when y'all watch this video, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share my channel. Make sure you push them views up for me. Let me get a likey like. Let me get a likey like. You know, let me get some likes. Let me get some subscribers. And make sure you pay attention to the channel, because my channel isn't a Peach McINTYRE channel, but I am going to give commentary when I see it, because I am a fan of the financial gain, not the loss, not the gambling, not the struggle. I am a fan of the financial gain of being on social media. But I am not a fan of certain behaviors. But me being a supporter of one thing does not make me a supporter of everything. That's just like people saying they support Trump. They may support Trump, but that don't mean they support certain behaviors that he has pushed out. But I don't support Trump. Like, let me say that. I don't support Trump at all. But what it comes down to is I think people need to be mindful about calling CPS and calling the government on people, and also be mindful that don't be mad if something that you expected to happen didn't work out the way you did. Same thing with Peach leaving and getting evicted out of her place. She don't got to leave to March 31st. That's more than enough time to find a place, to get something together, to get something going. And don't be mad at that. And don't look for her new place trying to get her kicked off her land, or, I don't know, because, people crazy on here. But that's all right. It's okay to be a little crazy. I'm Zafir, your host for No Love Lost 2.0. Make sure you check out my podcast. It's on Apple and Spotify and iHeartRadio. It's also here on YouTube. You can get my podcast right here on YouTube. You didn't know? Now you do. Okay, so get it. Come on. Come on in the room. And make sure y'all subscribe and like and share the channel. Thank you, guys.